Hi everyone, welcome to Flosstube number 11. My name is Mare, aka Sin City _ cross stitcher, here on YouTube and on Instagram. I want to welcome you all to my Flosstube channel where I talk mainly about all of my cross stitching adventures. Whether you are a new viewer or a returning viewer, thank you so much for stopping by and spending part of your day with me. I hope you enjoy my content and consider liking and subscribing to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. Then that way, even if you ring the bell or even if you subscribe, you'll be notified of when I post a video again. Not entirely consistent. It's usually like every 2 to 3 weeks that I will film. But if you hit the notification bell, you'll get a notification that when I post. So if you're a fellow Flosstuber and have mentioned me in my channel and your channel, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I am super behind in Flosstube watching, so unless you, so if you didn't tag me in the description box below your video, I may not have heard it just because I haven't watched much Flosstube lately. But I just wanted to make sure to let you all know how much I appreciate you mentioning me on your channels. Today is Tuesday, October 29th, and this is Flosstube number 11. So I hope everyone has had a good couple of weeks. I've been pretty busy. Spent the last 2 weeks preparing for retreat, attending retreat, and recovering from retreat. The retreat that I'm talking about is Stitch New England, which was held in Rhode Island. It's put on by Pam of, she's the owner of Stitch New England. It's a brick and mortar shop in North Attleboro, Massachusetts. She also has an online shop. And the retreat was in Rhode Island at the Crown Plaza Hotel. It's the October 17th, 18th, and 19th, I believe. And next year, if you are interested in attending next year, I suggest following Pam on her Flosstube, which is Stitching in the Land of Good Enough. You can also find information about it on her website. I don't know if she's posted anything about the retreat next year, but just keep following her page or her Flosstube, and you'll hear about it when she announces it. But next year it's going to be the first weekend in October, so unfortunately I don't think I'll be able to attend next year because of work obligations. But it was a good time. We'll probably talk more about it. I'll sprinkle it in throughout this video. Let's see. So yeah, I went to the retreat, and then I went with my sister, and then we drove back to Massachusetts, and I spent a couple days with my parents, who I found out watched my videos. So I was a little surprised by that, because neither one of them cross stitches, but I thought, you know, you might be bored watching this, but they said, oh, well, we get to see you. So that was really nice. So hi, Mom and Dad. So I have a lot to share, and I'm just going to get started. First, I do have a correction from my last video. I had mentioned, well, I had showed this one as a finished object, and I had said that it was from Hands On Design, but it's actually from Heart in Hand. I make that mistake. I confuse the two of them all the time, and I'm sure a lot of you do the same. But I have fully finished this one, but this is what I gave in the Smalls Exchange for Stitch New England, so I don't have it anymore. But I finished it on like a square board that had coffee beans around the edges, and then I put some red velour trim around it, and yeah, and then I had a bag, a gold bag that had like coffee stickers out on the front so you could tell what was inside the bag. And I had like a little coffee notions bag, and it's a coffee charm I put in there, some coffee caramel Werther candies. I don't remember what else I put in there, but I will show you what I received a little later on. So I usually like to start my videos with a previous fully finished object, so I'm going to share this one today. This is Tea Time. Actually, it's called Fancy a Cup of Tea by Fox and Rabbit This, I think, is from maybe 2023. I think it came out at Market 2023. It was like a collaboration with 20, maybe 20 other designers. They were given a floss pack of, I don't know, 4 or 5 different Treenway silks. They were all given the same colors, and they had to design something with those colors. So this is what Fox and Rabbit designed. I did not have the Treenway silks, but I wanted to stitch it. These are like in pinks, and I wanted to stitch it to match my kitchen, which is orange. The walls are orange, and the cabinets are like a light gray. I know it sounds really weird, but it's nice. So I did change up the colors and to match my kitchen. So this is what I did. I think I used some like variegated color and cotton from my stash, and I stitched this on a 32 count. What did I stitch this on? Oh, it's a 28 count Daffodil by Forbidden Fiber Co. And yeah, I just put, you know, the backing board and the stuffing, the whatever, oh my gosh, the batting, and put it on this box. And this box I actually thrifted several years ago. It's an old tea box, and I had bought this because I thought it would be perfect to finish something on top. And then when I saw this pattern, I thought it would be great on this box. So I didn't paint the box. I like the original wood color. It is a little worn in some spots, but that's okay. So yeah, I really am happy with how that one came out. So that's the only FFO I'm going to share today, because I have a lot of other things to share, and I usually try to keep these videos to an hour or less, because I know everybody has a lot of floss tubers that they want to watch and move on. So I try to keep it shorter. So I'm going to move on to current FFOs. The next one is from this Keepsakes 2022 calendar, and I can't find the actual pattern book, but I will show you the chart. It's from April 2022, and I stitched this bird. You can see they're on, it looks like they were finished on maybe styrofoam blocks, but I stitched mine on it's like a canvas. It came from Michael's. It was in maybe a 2 or 3 pack, and this is my stitch. Now I didn't center it properly, so there was a lot of extra space in here. I actually stitched this probably 2 years ago, and there was, because I didn't center it properly, there's a lot of extra space on this side, and I wasn't really sure how I wanted to finish it. But I just pulled it out on Sunday. I was in my craft area doing some fully finishing, and I was considering just cutting it out and making an ornament, but I just ended up putting rickrack, a felt flower, and then a cute little dragonfly charm that a friend had given me a couple years ago. And then I just put some fabric on the back. I actually just got this fabric from my sister in our Halloween Advent box. And then my charm. So this one can stand up on its own, or I can put like an easel. My next one is, this is called Happy Hedgieween. This is designed by Allison of Easy Family Zoo. So I didn't stitch it quite as the picture. You'll see there's a border all around it. I did not stitch the border. And her called for colors, I think, are Classic Colorworks, which I didn't have any of the colors, so I just picked my own. I picked some, I've already put them away, but there was some colors from A Wicked Stepmother, And I think the orange I think is a color in cotton, but here is my finish. I made it into an ornament, and these little guys will not stay. But I stitched this on some purple fabric that I dyed myself, and there is a mistake. Probably, it's pretty obvious, you can see. Actually, there's several mistakes, which is, it blows my mind because it's such a tiny pattern, and it's has nothing at all to do with the pattern. It's just me and my, I don't know what I was doing, but I had stitched Hedgieween, and then I stitched happy based off of Hedgieween, and I had finished the word happy and realized that I had 3 P's in it. So I had to unstitch the Y in one of the P's and then restitch the Y. And then I stitched the bats based off of, you know, the word Hedgieween as it's done in the pattern. And it was, and then the color I chose, the green, it didn't really pop very well on this fabric. So I backstitched it with some brown, Hedgy by Wicked Stepmother. And as I was backstitching it, I noticed that I had 3 E's in Hedgieween. Like, I don't know how I did that. So because I did that and I had stitched the bat based on, you know, the N, there's extra space now between the bat and the happy, and this bat is over too far. So I was very kind of short on fabric. I didn't really leave myself enough margins, so I just decided to leave the border off. Also, one of my ghosts, his arm is kind of wonky. I think there's an extra couple of stitches in one of them, but I still think it's super cute. There's a little fuzz on there. And I just used this bat fabric for the backing and put some little, I gotta glue these back down. I put some glue on them, but they're not quite staying in place. These are beads that my sister had sent me in our Halloween Advent box, and I thought those went well with this, so I really love this. I can't wait to hang it on my tree. Okay, and then my last FFO is another piece that I had stitched several years ago. I originally, I think it was probably 2020, 2021, before I really got into fully finishing my pieces. Before then I had just put them in a frame because that's pretty much what you did back then. But then when I started watching Flosstube, I discovered all these new ways of fully finishing pieces. But this one I had originally just like folded the sides and the top of the fabric, and I didn't glue it, I didn't lace it, I just folded them, ironed it, slapped it on a metal frame, and it had a bird, a magnetic bird that stuck on the piece, and it stuck the piece to the frame, and that's how I had it displayed for a couple of years. And then I just decided I wasn't crazy about that anymore. So I found this box when I was at some Stitch New England. I think the retreat started at 3 p.m. So that morning, my sister and I hit a couple of thrift stores, and this is one that I had found, or something that I had found. It's like a book. So I got this for $2.99, and inside it also came with the little one, so I can finish something on that. But this is my finish. This is called Do More of What Makes You Happy. It's by Abbey Rose Designs. And I thought that the colors, like the color in the M, went really well with the color on the box. And the saying, do more of what makes you happy, well, stitching makes me happy. So I finished it on this box with some baby, some mini pom-pom trim. It came from this big wad of trim that I think, can you see it right here? Yeah, this big thing of trim that I got from Michael's for like $6 or something. And yeah, so stitching makes me happy, so I decided I would make this into a stitching box. I put a piece of board with batting and some vintage fabric I had in my stash from, I think I probably got that in an antique store, but I thought that I would make this into a little stitching box by my chair. I don't I'm sure you've seen a lot of people make stitching boxes out of jewelry boxes that they get from Amazon. You know, they put fabric in it, they put all kinds of notions that they would use at their, like if they go to a retreat or something, they put it on the table next to them with all kinds of things like scissors and stuff that they would use, but also like pretty things that they like to look at. And I never really thought that I would have a need for that, because I use very minimal things when I'm stitching. Scissors, needle minder, which is always on my project, and my glasses is, you know, pretty much all I need. But when and I know I've showed this to you many times before, but this is a pencil box that I got from Big Lots the beginning of the summer. It's got a zipper, it's hard-sided, so I use this as a travel, like I just throw it in my bag if I'm going to a doctor appointment and I have to wait, or if I'm sitting in the car, or like even if, for when I'm on the plane. This is really good to take because you can just sit it on the table in front of you. You don't have to like pull out this huge project and all of this, like a big Q-snap or hoop or all of this floss or anything. You just have this, you put it on the table, and everything is right there in front of you. So this is, I take this with me. I took this with me to Stitch New England, and I put like chapstick in there. I have these little scissors that are TSA friendly. They won't get taken away from you. This is a scissor fob that one of my table mates at the retreat, her daughter had made. So pretty, look at that. And then I've got a couple of needle minders as some extra needles. I've got a pen here. This is one of those, I think it's one of those like unripper stitcher thingies. I've got an ort tray in here. I've got a glasses wipe. This was also handed out at the retreat. I already used one. Came in very handy. And then this tin that came in the Advent box that my sister had sent me. It's Ouija. It was a mint tin, but inside of this I have some nail files. I have a little mini highlighter. This is a measuring tape. I love these things. They're so good. I keep one in my purse too. And then I have there's a needle threader, which I never used before. This was actually another retreat gift, but I did use it at the retreat because I am, admittedly, I am a thread licker, but out in public, I feel very, I don't know, I feel very weird about licking my thread in public. So, so that came in very handy. And then there's this other side here where I would stick my pattern and my fabric and a small hoop. This is actually, I just won this on Saturday. I went to UFO Club at Silver State Stitch Shop, and they did a raffle. And so we got to choose, there's mugs, some notepads and patterns and things. So I love JBW Designs, and I've done one of her other stockings before. So I thought this was super cute. I picked that one up. And then I also keep my glasses in there, in this box. I got these at Silver State Stitch Shop on Saturday also. I'm always breaking my glasses. I tend to, when they're not on my face, I put them on top of my head, and then if I like tilt my head back or move my head the wrong way, they fall off and break. So my readers, my sunglasses, I'm always breaking them. So I was down to my last pair, so I picked these up from Jessica's shop. They're Lori Holt. Well, it's Riley Blake Designs. I guess that's the fabric, but I think these are like Lori Holt glasses. So I keep those in here too. So now, so this came in very handy. It's something that I didn't think that I would really need, but it actually came in very handy. I have my chapstick in here, which I'm addicted to chapstick, and it was just so nice to have it right there in this case on the table, instead of having to dig around in my purse every time I needed chapstick. So now this can just be for travel only, like for stitch-ins or retreats. I know that everything is in here. In the past, when I've gone to like the sit and stitch at Silver State Stitch Shop, I'd be running around the house trying to make sure everything was in here, but now I'm just going to keep everything in here. I know it's in here. I don't have to run around looking for everything, and then I will fill this one for home. So I like to sit outside and stitch when the weather is nice, so I can just, you know, bring all my extra stuff and just bring this out with me. So anyway, I'm really happy with how that turned out. And that is it for my FFOs. And then I did finish a couple of things. I have 2 start and finishes since the last time I filmed. Let's see. I'll find the pattern for this one. Oh, here it is. This is No Tricks, Just Treats from Primrose Cottage Stitches. This was in the Sip and Stitch box, the Halloween Sip and Stitch box that came out last month. I showed you in my last video that I had already stitched and fully finished this one in that cauldron piece. So they give you enough flosses to do both patterns. So this is what I have left of the pattern of the flosses. So I've stitched both pieces and I still have like all of this floss left. But this is my finished piece. So I stitched this on a 25 count dovetail Lugana by Forbidden Fiber Co. It's kind of a grayish. And this is the same fabric that I stitched the cauldron on. So I didn't buy, it came with the finishing pack in the Sip and Stitch box. It came with the fabric that you need to finish this, make it into a little pillow, just like it's shown on the pattern. So the called for is a 32 count Stormy Night, and I stitched mine on a 25 count, so I still need to see if the finishing things that I received are going to be enough to finish this. Otherwise I'll just have to pick my own fabrics. So that one is No Tricks, Just Treats. And then I finished that one last night. So I had like another hour of stitching time left. So I immediately started this one. This is the third one that was in the box. I don't think it has a name. It's just a little mini Quaker. Using all the same flosses. And this is as far as I've gotten. Oh, my needle is still in there. So that's as far as I've gotten. It's going to be very small, very quick. I could probably finish this one today. And then I also have in this bag, this was their freebie in October. Earlier this month it came in their newsletter, so I'm probably going to wait until next year to stitch that one. And then I'm keeping all of that in this bag that I made. I think I made this one last year. And I made one for my sister and one for my friend Barb. And with the little charm. Okay. And then my other start and finish since I last saw you is from this chart. Last year I stitched this skeleton, which you can see right there behind me. And this year I did the cats. So I had started this one before I went to Stitch New England. I wanted to just get a little start on it. I thought this would be an easy one to stitch while I was there, and I was able to finish it while I was there. Just some good blocks, fill-in stitching. I thought it would be easy to do while chatting. And I didn't ring the bell. I was too, I don't know, didn't want to go up there and have everybody looking at me. But this is my finish that I finished on, I think I finished him on Friday. And I think eventually I want to stitch all of them, so I'll probably just do one a year. And I will make it into an ornament to hang on my tree. Okay, and then my last finished object is a big one. I finished Quaker Pumpkins by Hello from Liz Matthews. I started this one in, I think it was September or October of 2022. And I worked on this at the retreat. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to see it, but I had purchased an Ott light and I was able to see it just fine. I stitched this one on a 32 count mystery fabric that I purchased at a antique store. It actually has this little tag that says Lugana or Jobelin cream ? But it is a 32 count, and I stitched this 1/1. I probably could have done I stitched it 1/2. I probably could have stitched it 2/2, because it's not a hand dyed. Usually, like, the hand dyed will shrink the fabric and make, if you do 2/2 on, it'll make it tighter. The stitch is tighter, but I think it still came out fine. So this is my finish. There are some mistakes. I think I mentioned this maybe in my last video. That middle pumpkin is a little, it's a little extra wide, like wider than it's supposed to be. But it all, like, when my border matched up, I was so excited. I was like, yes. So I stitched quite a bit. I think I finished this at the retreat, and I think I may have, like, finished the border. So I was stitching this one. The retreat ended at midnight on Saturday, and I was really trying to finish this one because I would have rung the bell for this one. But like at 11:15 on Saturday, my light died and then my phone died. So I thought, okay, well, that's a sign. I just need to stop and go to bed. So I think when I stopped, I only had like maybe 3 of these things left to stitch and some of this border. And I ended up just finishing it on Monday after the retreat, when I was at my parents' house. So I'm so excited to finally have this one done and off my whip list. It looks so good. I used all of the called for over dyed threads for this. So it was, I think, Classic Color Works, and I think I might have substituted one of the colors because I didn't have it, or I wasn't able to get a hold of it. So yeah, I was thinking of having that one professionally framed, but it is huge, and I'm kind of concerned it's going to cost a lot to have that framed. So I might look for something, a board or something, that I can try to finish that myself. So that is it for my fully finished objects. And then the only starts I had were starts and finishes that I showed you. It was it was Boo to You Cat by Prairie Schooler. That was a start and a finish. And then the No Tricks, Just Treats was a start and finish. And then that mini Quaker, that was my only other start. So let's see, my basket is empty here. So I'm going to move on to whips, which I actually only have 2 whips because I finished a couple of things. But my first one is Hilde's Brew. This is by Bendy Stitchy. I started this on March 10th for her birthday. Her friends had started a stitch along called Bendy Birthday, I think is what they called it. And they were stitching a pattern by Michelle. So I started on March 10th, and I didn't work on it too much until I pulled it out again this month. So I think I'm probably about halfway done. I still have the house and half the border and another bat in the moon and the ghosts. So this is on I think this is an 18 count that I had dyed myself. It was trying to replicate this color. So, it's close enough. So that one is Hilde's Brew by Bendy Stitchy. I did her Hilde's Hayride a couple years ago. Really cute. And then this is in this bag. I can't remember who. There's no tag on it. I purchased it a couple of years ago on Etsy, but I will try to link her below. She has nice, reasonably priced bags. And then my last whip. This one is called Ghosts and Goblins by Scarlett House. I purchased this one last year. I started this one last October. As soon as I saw this, I want to say it came out. I don't. Oh, well, actually, it says 2022. So, I just think he's so cute. I love it. I love the colors. Oh, this one is still in the Q snap. So let me just take a minute to pull this out. This one is being stitched on a Bestitch Me 28 count 28 count Boneyard, I think, by Bestitch Me. And move the needle minder out of the way, and here it is. Get a closer look so you can see the ghosts. So since the last time I think I showed this as a whip in my last video possibly, but since the last time I showed it, I think I put in another ghost, and I put in his leg and his shoe, and I finished his coat, and I did some more, like I think I put maybe some of these in here. So I worked on this one. I had brought this one to Stitch New England with me, but I never got a chance to pull it out. So I worked on it a bit at my parents' house. So I'm really hoping to maybe get this one done this year. This one and Hilde's Brew. I'm going to, I guess that's it for my whip, so I can move into plans. But, oh, before I do that, this is in this bag. Well, I think this is actually from the same person who made the other bag. Oops, I want to show the pattern, but here. So plans, I really want to, for the rest of October, I'm going to try to finish at least one of these Halloween pieces, the Ghosts and Goblins or Hilde's Brew. I want to try to finish at least one of those. I mean, two of them would be nice, but at least one. And then that mini Quaker, I mean, I should be able to finish that one up today. I want to finish that one. I also want to, the magazine monthly challenge group on Facebook, which is run by Carolyn Zook of Zook Stitch on, she's on YouTube. And it's also run by Robin Baker, who is Bird's Eye Stitches on YouTube. They run the magazine monthly challenge group on Facebook, and they have an acrostic every month, and I used to do it. Years ago, I used to do it a lot. I mean, I loved the whole planning aspect of it. And then, I don't know, in the past year or so, I've just kind of been stitching whatever calls to me. But I have a plan of what I want to get done in November, and I was able to fit that all into the acrostic. So I'm going to do that this month. The theme is Through the Neighborhood. And the acrostic is called Go Home? No. Something by foot. I think it's by foot. So you just have to fit a project in for each letter. So for the theme, I put Bobbin, which is the mouse. I don't think I have it. Do I have it here somewhere? It's the little mouse by Stacy Nash. That I put that under the theme Through the Neighborhood because, you know, mice, they go through the neighborhood. And the reason why I wanted to start that one is because when I was at my parents' house, I was sitting at the kitchen table stitching, and I saw something run across the floor on the corner of my eye, and I screamed bloody murder, like, what is that? My parents came running, like, I think I terrified them by screaming. And my dad was like, oh, it's the mouse. I guess it had been in their house for, you know, a while, a couple weeks, and so he got out the yardstick and he's trying to like get the mouse. It had run underneath a buffet table, and he was trying to get it out and couldn't find it. So my mom, a couple days later, she had texted me and she's like, "Oh, I found the mouse. It was sitting near me. It was very lethargic, so I just threw a tissue box over it and took it outside." So I want to do the bobbin as kind of a, I don't know, memory or whatever to remind me of that time. And then the acrostic by foot. I don't remember exactly what I put where, but some of the things that I want to start is my friend Barb and I, we do a swap every quarter, so we're going to do an ornament this time, so I need to get started on that. I put Autumn is as joyful in that acrostic. I think I probably worked on it maybe one day since I last saw you. I will show it to you now here, but I think I got like, I'm working on the September section, so I think I did a little bit more in here since I last shared it. So I really need to get caught up on this. September is here. October is pretty much this entire thing in here, which is a lot. So I'm probably not going to get fully caught up, but I do want to get as much done on this as I possibly can. So this is one of my absolute favorite pieces. It's so much fun to stitch. So that is going to be a plan in November. I'll probably work on it for at least 5 days. 5 days seems to be the maximum I can stitch on something before I get tired of it. And then another one that I had put on there that I want to finish in November is this November Oscillated Turkey by Lindy Stitches. I started this one last year around Thanksgiving. Here's the pattern, is what it will look like. So I don't have a whole lot left, just the center of the turkey, the legs, got to finish the border. So I really love this one, her whole stamp series. I have quite a few of them. This is the only one that I've stitched so far, but I do want to finish this one this year for Thanksgiving. Hopefully I'll have it done and out for Thanksgiving. So that's on my acrostic. I don't remember where I put that one. Maybe on the O for oscillated. And then I have a couple of new starts, and I will show those in haul, and something that I picked up from the freebie table at the retreat. So my tea is now cold. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, excuse me, I'm going to pause for a minute, clean up this mess, and then I'm going to bring over my purchases and some stitchy kindness to share with you. Okay, I'm back. So for the retreat, some of the table gifts that I received were this cute little crocheted pumpkin that my sister made. So cute. I can actually hang this on the tree. And I showed you the scissor fob that my table mate Lisa gave us. Her daughter had made those. And then Karen gave everybody these cute little tins. You can put needles in or whatever. And then her daughter, Sarah, made these little floss drops. And this is a bridge in Rhode Island. And then she put little anchor charms on the back of those. So very cute. And then some other, so there's 6 at a table, but we only had 5 at our table. And I made everybody a project bag, and I gave everybody one of those tins of tea that I had shared last video, and some other, I think I made like, no, I didn't make them, but I put little charms on the zipper pulls, and I gave those tongs, you know, the snack tongs, and some other things. So some of the gifts that were handed out, this is Michelle Cunningham, AZ Hippie Stitcher. She's the one that gave out the needle threaders. So that's her Instagram, AZ Hippie Stitcher, and she put in a nail file. And somebody, I don't know, there's no name on it, but somebody handed out these cute little matchbooks. I think it's made out of cardstock with some felt, so you could, it's like a needle book. That's very handy. Very cute idea. I got these cute little floss drops. Look at that cat, so cute. This is Snickerdoodle Stitch on YouTube. And let's see. 2 cross stitchers. I had never heard of them before, but I just watched their latest video. If you're looking for more of a Stitch New England recap, they're a good one to watch. Amy and Mary Lou of 2 cross stitchers. They handed out these rings with the, what do you call that? You know, the floss bling. That's really cute. And then they also handed out, oh no, this is from somebody else. These are some other floss cards. This is Zippy Zax and Amy Zippy Zax and Katie Wingless Stitches. They handed out these little floss cards. And this is Diane Wiswall from Saugus, Mass. There's no Instagram name or anything, but she handed this out, and it's like you put your scissors in there, the point of your scissors in there to protect the scissors. So that's a cute. I've never seen that before. That's cute. And so then I was handing out my floss drops, and one of the ladies gave me these. It's Boss Stitchers with Jane and Chris. I think I've actually heard of them before. I think maybe Missy and Kathy had mentioned them before, but they're from Boston, and they have a floss tube called the Boss Stitchers, and you can also find them on Instagram as the Boss Stitchers. And so they gave those floss cards, and then they also gave me this little jar of beads. That's cute. And then the last one I have is handcrafted by Harvey. Lisa, she does the, she makes cross-stitch bags, project bags. So she's handcrafted by Harvey on Etsy and on Instagram. So she handed out a floss card, a Godiva chocolate, and then this little tube with a needle in it. So very cute. And then there was, on the table, there was this a sticker, cross stitch is love made visible. And then there was a free cross stitch pattern that we received from Bent Creek also, that was on the table. And then, hang on one second. Okay, sorry, I kept hearing this clicking noise. I had to go investigate what it was. I think it's my, I have some of my windows open and it's a little breezy, so I think the wind is like just making the blinds knock together, and I just had to make sure. I was thinking I had left the iron on and the iron was clicking or something, but I haven't even used it today. So, so what else? What was I saying? Oh, I don't remember what I was saying, but moving on. My the Smalls Exchange. So I was in the first group on Friday, and I picked up this cute little box. You all know how much I love Halloween, and this is perfect for me. And I love purple, so this was right up my alley. And inside the box was this cute little bag. It's actually double-sided, so they stitched both sides. So cute. I love this. And I'm gonna try to hang this on my tree. So I don't know who did this. There was no name, so I'm sure you're probably not watching. But if you are, thank you so much. I love it. I did thank you on my Instagram page. They also included some flosses, some really pretty fall. This is a Weeks Dye Works jack-o'-lantern. Weeks Dye Works Trick or Treat. This yellowish one. Classic Colorworks Candy Corn. This is a Gentle Arts Raven. This is Classic Colorworks Pumpkin Harvest. And Gentle Arts Old Purple Paint. So a lot of cool, fun, Halloween-y fall colors. That's very nice. And they also included, actually there's some, I don't know if you can see them. There's like these spider lights that I put on my tree, but I left them on all day one day, and so the battery is dead. So I have to see if I can replace that battery. But they're cute little spider lights. And they also included a witch needle minder, which, oh, it's right in here. I was using at the retreat. So cute. I think this is by Stitchy Pros. And there was some candy. There were ghost-shaped dots, and I gave those to my nephew because I can't really eat. I'm trying to really not eat sugar because I'm pre-diabetic, but I gave them to him, and I said, don't eat these all in one sitting. And then the next day I asked him how they were, and I asked if he ate them all in one sitting. He's like, no, 2 sittings. So that was cute. So it was such a nice gift. I was just so pleased. Really love this. So thank you so much. Let's see. I do have I have a lot, so I'm going to try to get through this quickly. But my Stitchy pen pal Barb and I, we did our fall swap, and so she stitched this one for me. She said this was a Bent Creek. I think she said it was Bent Creek, and there's like 5. It's supposed to be 5 designs, but she stitched 3. And then she put it in this little tray. So cute. I don't have a whole lot of fall stitches. I have a lot of Halloween, but not a whole lot of fall stitches for display. So I'm really excited to have this one out every year. And then she also made me this cute little zipper pull, or you can put it on your project bag. It's got a witch and a little cat charm. I didn't get a chance to do my nails before this video, so they're kind of ratchet, but so pardon that. But here's a cute little cat. And then she also included this cute little fall, so I can put it out like that, or I can do a cross stitch finish in there, which would be nice. And then she also included the sewing caddy, which I've never seen anything like this before, but you put your bobbins on here, and then you can, on these little things here, put your bobbins, and then you can stick some pins in there, so that's very handy. I usually only have 1 bobbin, and I'm constantly having to refill it, so I can just fill a bunch and put them on there. That would be fun. And then there's some other stuff in there too, a bunch of candles, a lot of fun stuff. Super, it's just, I love doing these little swaps. It's so fun. When we were in Rhode Island, we went to some strange shop. I forgot what it was called. Curiosity something. I don't know. It was just really like fun, bizarre things. But a couple things that I picked up was this pin. It's a cup with eyeballs in it. And I actually was going to put this on my small swap. I was going to stick it on the bag, on the outside of the bag, and I completely forgot. But I got that one. This one is a skeleton in a couch, and it says professional binge watcher. Whoops. So cute. So I'm going to make these into needle minders. And then I got this one, witch's shoe. I have some more. I've got some purchases from Stitch New England and some freebies, but I did place an order with Jody from Cedar River Linen and Designs. I've never stitched on any of her fabric before. She came out with a new one, and so I thought I would give it a try. This is a 20 count. It's called Salt Ash. So very pretty, very light modeling. This will be really good for a sampler. And then the other one that I got is a 20 count coffee stain. I think this is one of her previous, I don't think this is one of the new ones. It's one of the previous ones, but it's a nice dark neutral. Again, it'll be really good for a sampler. So very pretty. And her packaging is so nice. I mean, she takes so much care packaging these up. It took me forever to get that box open. But she's got, you know, some nice little tissue with her company name on it. So I'm really excited to kit up a project with that. And a sweet little note, just a thank you note. I think I said last time I don't need any more fabric, right? Didn't I? And then I got my Fabric of the Month Club. This is from Be Stitch Me. It's a 20 count Ada, and this is cold foam. Let me take it out. This is what it looks like. There's a lot of modeling in this one, but it's so pretty. And what else did I get? Oh, so my sister and I, we went antiquing and to a couple thrift stores on Thursday morning before the retreat started, and again on Sunday before we headed to my parents' house. And I just, at the antique store, I just picked up a couple of these vintage kits from 1988. So this is a cross-stitch needlecraft kit. It comes with a card, and it comes with the floss. So that'll be fun to stitch up for somebody as a gift. And then this one is so cute. I love it. The snowman and the little bunny. This one did not have the floss, but it has the card. So I can probably, I'm thinking I could probably use some of this floss, or I just kit it up. You know, you just need a green and a white and a red. And then I got this one. This one is from Holland. And it's again pretty old, but there is no date on it. But this has 3 different patterns in it, and 3 different, you know, this is the card. It already says Merry Christmas at the bottom. So these are going to be pretty small. They fit in that little thing. So those will be really good, just quick stitches for gifts for Christmas. And what else is in here? Okay, so now we're going to get into my Stitch New England haul. So I had a limit. I set myself a limit, and I was $2.25 under my limit. So I was very proud of myself. But I got this Jim Shore Mill Hill kit. I love Jim Shore. It's so pretty. So that, I can't wait to do that one. And then she had some off-cut fabrics. So I thought this color was so pretty. This is just a Zweigart. It's not a dyer, but it's called Blush. It's a 20 count Ada. It's a very pretty pink. It's not going to even show up at all in here, but it's a very, very pretty light pink. So got that one. And I also, this is a chart that I have been wanting for since it came out, and I finally picked it up. I love all of the tiny towns. This is Honey of a Tiny Town. And I picked up one of, I think this is a new one by Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle and Thread. This is called Goodness Gracious. Very cute. And I had never seen this one before. This is Bent Creek, but they had a model there, and it was super cute. It's called Winter Row, and I don't have a lot of winter pieces to display, so I thought this would be super cute and a fairly quick stitch. And a few more from it was the pop-up shop at Stitch New England. She had a ton. She had like 20 trunk shows. But I also picked up This one, it's another one I've wanted to stitch for a long time. The Moonlight Sampler by the Blue Flower. Just love all those flowers on the around the edges and all the animals. It's so sweet. It says, "Though my soul may set in darkness, it will rise in perfect light. I have loved the stars too fondly to be fearful of the night." And then I got another blue flower. This is Magpie in the Moon. This has been out for a little while, I think. And then my last one, this one came out at the Needlework Marketplace that happened in August. And it's a new to me designer, and they might be new for everybody, I don't know, but it's Quaternion Creations. And I just absolutely fell in love with this one when I saw it. I just love it. The colors and kind of like the vintage vibe. So I'm really excited to get working on that one. Okay, and then, my Fabric of the Month Club from Garan. This month was Fabrics by Stephanie. This is an 18 count Ada, and it's called Tropical. It's very, very pretty. Good, would be good for autumn or Halloween stitching. And I also placed an order with Garan. This is Robin Baker's fault, Bird's Eye Stitcher, because she showed Bird's Eye Stitches. She showed these in her Flosstube a couple of Flosstubes ago, and I just fell in love with them. So she had gone to the Garan retreat called Stitching in the Wild. I think it was in September, and they had a lot of designers design exclusive designs just for the retreat. And right now, you can only get them on their website. There was like 3 that, I think they had 5 or 6, but there's 3 that I really wanted. One of them was already sold out. But I did pick up from Lottie Da. This one is Ghost Pumpkin. It's so pretty. I love this. And this is actually going to be, I think I'm going to start this one on November 1st. November is Garan Stitchery's... So they do a designer focus of the month. Every month they have a different designer. They put their charts on sale, and Lottie Da is going to be the designer focus for November. So I'm going to stitch this one for that. And it's also on my acrostic. And let's see, the other exclusive that you can only get at Garan Stitchery right now is this one. It's called Witch's Hearth by Fox and Rabbit. I love this so much. I love her, my favorite color is purple. Her dress is done in purple. Really pretty design. I saw somebody at Stitch New England stitching on this one, and she was almost done. It's just so pretty. I love that. And I also got Jack's Candle Pocket by Plum Street Sampler. That's so pretty. And again, from Garan, I also got All Joys for Thine by Blackbird Designs. And I picked up one of the called for flosses at Silver State Stitch Shop on Saturday. All the other ones have a DMC conversion, which is what I'm going to use, but there was one that had no DMC conversion. So I think it was called Fool's Gold, I believe, by Classic Colorworks. So I've got that one. At the retreat, we got swag bags, and inside was an exclusive design by Stitchy Pros. I'm sure you've probably seen this before if you've watched other Stitch New England recaps, but this is a beacon of hope, very pretty lighthouse, and it came with some of the flosses that are called for in it, like Classic Colorworks flosses. It came with a cute little lighthouse charm and a 2024 charm. And we also received this thread winder with some blue chenille trim. And we received these cute little, I think they're snips, and it says Stitch New England on it. So that's very cute. I can put this in my little stitch box. That was what was in the swag bag at the retreat. And then lastly, I have a bunch of things that I picked up off the freebie table. I'm not going to show you everything. But one thing, I think I'm in the process of kitting it up, so I don't have it here. But one I picked up from New York Dreamer. I picked up this rolling pin pattern. She also has one called Apple Pie that was on the freebie table, and that is in my plans to start stitching in November. It's on my acrostic. But I love her design. She designed the coffee, let's begin with coffee or something like that. I think I shared my FFO in my last video of that one. And I also picked up the Just Nan pattern. This is so pretty. I've never done a Just Nan, but I just love all these fall colors. And I picked up this one, Pineberry Lane. I've never stitched one of theirs, so I want to try stitching this. I love her witches. They're so cute. And I guess that's about it. I have a few other patterns. I'm not going to share them all. I'm already at an hour, but this one is really cute. My sister found this for me. She knows I like Lizzie Kate, so this was on the freebie table. Too much housework. Croak. I think. Oh, can make you croak. That frog. So cute. Okay. So I think that's all that I have. Because like I said, we are at an hour. I feel like I really flew through this because I had so much to share. I hope I didn't forget anything. I shared my plans and one question that I had for you all is what do you do with fully finishes that no longer speak to you? So maybe something that you fully finished it a couple years ago and now it's maybe no longer your style. Do you put, like those of you that have a lot of stuff, do you put everything out every year, or are there some things that you don't bother putting out, you just put back in the bin and don't ever put out again? I'm just curious what you all do, because I have a few things that are not really my style anymore, so I'm not quite sure what I should do with them. I mean, I don't want to donate it. I put a lot of time and work into them, but I mean, I could maybe try fully finishing it in a different way. I'm not really sure, but and I just already have so much, like Halloween, and I'm continually stitching Halloween, so I know I'm going to have more to put out. So I'm just curious what you all do with previous fully finishes that no longer speak to you. I guess that's all I have to share. I know I'm probably forgetting something, but thank you all again so much for watching. Oh, and I wanted to mention that Hedgieween that I had stitched, that is designed by Allison of Mrs. AZ Family Zoo. You can find her patterns on Etsy and on her website. And I know I mentioned before, but she has an animal sanctuary in Arizona, and any sales that she makes from her website and from her Etsy store, all of the proceeds go to help maintenance and upkeep of the animal sanctuary. So please go on over there, check out her website. She's got a lot of cute, quick stitches, very, very reasonably priced. She's got some quilts in there, jewelry. She does project bags, pot holders, all kinds of fun things, table runners. So, because she's also a quilter and she does long arm quilting. So if you're in the Phoenix area, contact her because she does long arm quilting. So I just wanted to give her a shout out because I just think it's amazing what she and her husband do, rescuing all of these animals that people can no longer take care of, or that might have some sort of issues. I know they have like a turtle that has a missing leg, and they have dogs and chickens and all kinds of things. So go check her out. She also has a Flosstube, Mrs. AZ Family Zoo. Okay, Thank you all so much for watching and subscribing and liking, and leave a comment below. If there's a question that you have, I'm happy to answer it. Just leave me a question below, and I will talk to you in another 2 or 3 weeks. Have a happy Halloween. Bye, everyone.